We were warned that a significant event was coming to LA County, one we had potentially never seen before. Wind speeds that exceeded, in some cases, hurricane speed winds, with a humidity level that was extraordinarily low. There will be few times in your career where you will be faced with these conditions. The results of that incident are apocalyptic. If anyone has experience with conditions of war, this is what it looks like. The County Board of Supervisors has directed me as the Director of Public Works to lead the recovery of these communities.
The fires are probably one of the biggest incidents in Los Angeles County.
It is the worst natural disaster we have ever had in the history of the city, in the modern history of the city.
The scale of this damage, there are some 9,000 lots in the unincorporated, or in the Eaton fire area, and another 6,000 lots in the Palisades area. I'm currently a participant, observer, and directing a fire incident. My own home was impacted by recent fires here in Southern California. Unbelievable day, man. Thank God for LA County Fire Department, LA City Fire putting our house out. I'm at my neighbor's house, and it's just burning to the ground. It feels so bad. So, growing up in the San Bernardino area, right below the crest line, we were essentially, the house was one of the last few houses before the urban wildland interface. We would get easy 80-mile-an-hour winds on a regular basis in the wintertime there. And this day was a particularly heavily windy day, and we noticed that there was smoke in the mountains above us. Didn't think much of it until an evacuation order came at school. And we were told, everyone stay at school. And of course, being the person I was, I don't like being told what to do. And when I got to our house after evacuating my younger sister and left, and only to return to find that the house had been totaled to the ground. That fire burned down 200 plus homes in this area. It was called the Panorama Fire in 1980. That started a cycle of grieving that lasted quite a long time, when you're left with nothing. It's funny how public service grew on me. I don't know that I was thinking civil engineering when I was growing up, but my father was very adamant that I was going to go to college. Of course, my grandfather plays a huge role in my life, even though I did not know him well. He ran the Last Man Lighthouse at Cape Kumakahi on the Big Island of Hawaii. I take a lot of solace in the fact that that's probably where the roots come from in terms of the grit and determination and steadfast passion I have for public service. I got hired at County of Los Angeles. I started realizing through a lot of different events how important government is to people, how government actually had helped my family. Working in the field for 9 years, solving so many different problems, and realizing that the best outcomes came when I actually listened to people and what they needed instead of telling them what they needed.
He's never too busy to, when he's talking to somebody, to a citizen who's got an issue, he'll drop everything he's doing to solve that problem. I mean, because he's been in that situation on the receiving end, and now he's in the position where he can be on the giving end.
Mark is driven by the principles that drive all great leaders. He rests his leadership on the concepts of trust and confidence and respect.
Mark is one of the most collaborative and least selfish people I know. It is amazing how willing he is to share. He's never interested in the spotlight. He's always interested in bringing people together.
He understands how infrastructure plays a critical role in everyone's daily life, and he can articulate that very clearly to the public.
Water is very much a part of the history of this town. And one of the engineering feats of Los Angeles is the LA River system and the San Gabriel River system are a marvel of engineering, but they are not a marvel of partnership with the community. Mark was of a different generation, and he saw the opportunities. Control the floods, control the water situation. How can we even capture the water?
And there was funding available, but everybody was competing for the same money. Absolutely no incentives to cooperate on anything. And so there was no long-term vision. So Mark's rising the organization here, getting to levels. And in hindsight, he became the guy carrying the torch. So in 2018, the stars lined up again. It was a safe, clean water program.
The thing passed with almost 70% of the voters of LA County voted to tax themselves for this.
Well, then built into that was obviously the need for collaboration as we setting up how do you determine which projects to build. And so ended up with a scoring system, and part of it you get points if you're collaborating with other people.
He was really the founding force behind Infrastructure LA, which is a group of people really trying to get all the infrastructure projects to coordinate together and support each other.
Infrastructure LA came to me where most things come to me, sitting on a surfboard out in the water.
Mark and Stephanie Wiggins and I would regularly go to dinner and talk about our issues and our projects that were in complete collision course with each other.
And I pitched this to them. We're going to share with each other what we know about our systems, and we're going to look for collaboration wherever we can.
Prior to that, we were pretty much siloed in our approach. And because of his vision, we're now at the table together, collaborating, identifying solutions to some of our biggest infrastructure challenges today.
We've been able to bring to the region approximately $2 billion, if not more than that.
Mark is the chair of ASC's Industry Leaders Council, which is a team of 30 senior leaders from industry, academia, and government that identify emerging industry challenges and trends impacting civil engineering, as well as innovative approaches and solutions to these challenges.
And so I got myself on ILC. It wasn't out of need for recognition. It was out of how do I influence the leaders in industry to actually help community.
When is Mark Pestrella really called on and asked to demonstrate his capabilities? Well, we're seeing it now with the fires that we've had. He is the adult in the room. He's not intimidated by this challenge.
We invited both private and public utilities to come in to talk about how we're going to rebuild these areas and do it in a resilient way. It's actually our chance to correct a lot of the really poor utility construction from the past. The challenges are vast. For those that in the industry that haven't seen this, I challenge you to understand the scale. And even with all of our capacity, being the largest public works department in the United States, we still had to call on our friends and a relationship again and ask for the Army Corps of Engineers to come here, and I advocated for that.
We're working hand in hand with LA County to respond, to the wildfires and clearing, the debris. It really is day to day working together with a strong partnership to make those things happen. Knowing firsthand from Mark how he saw the situation unfolding, where he felt he needed assistance, really helped me set the foundation for our operations.
It's going to be a priority for me that the next person that takes my job is also prioritizing those relationships.
There was one moment in one of our public conferences that we had that you all have young people that report to you. They're watching you. They're watching how it is that you manage this fire, and that's going to shape them for the rest of their careers because they're going to be in your shoes one day.
What did I do today, or what am I going to do tomorrow that no one will know about that would save or not save someone's life or improve their lives? And all we have in our life is time, and so somewhere along the line that's going to end for me. And so I'm trying to get as many of those lives saved before I walk out of here.
Congratulations, Mark. It's an honor working with you.
You deserve this more than anyone, and I am proud to call you my colleague.
I'm so happy for you and proud of all the work you've done in Los Angeles.
A leader like no other.
I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award and our collective gratitude.
And I couldn't think of a better partner to get recognized.
Wish you good luck as you move forward in the future.
It's been a privilege to work with you, to know you, to call you a friend, and many more years of success. Congratulations.